guys, and welcome back to my channel, Live, Love, Life, and Travel. This is your girl Shamika, and if you're new here, welcome. Just to let you know, I upload my travel topic videos throughout the weekdays and my free talk and my story time videos throughout the weekend. So if you're interested, please hit that subscribe button. Welcome back. Today is a mostly sunny day here in Chiang Mai. Finally, it was raining for 2 days straight, so I couldn't make any videos, which is weird because I was pretty sure that raining season was over, so I don't know what's going on with the weather here. I blame it on global warming, so yeah. Today is a free talk Friday video. If I upload this on Friday, but it'll be around the weekend at some point, yeah. And today's topic of discussion is if I regret being a college dropout. Do I regret dropping out of school? And the answer is not really. The answer is mostly no, with a bit of like a dash of yes in there. But to give you some backstory, I actually went to college 3 times. I dropped out 3 times because it just, people learn differently, and I'm just cannot learn from people just talking at me, and I really can't learn from just reading it on the page. If I do, like, I have to read it over and over again. I don't know. People are just, I forgot what you call it, like some people are more visual learners, where they can read something and they keep it in their head like forever, like photo memory. And some people are more like audio learners, where if they hear it, like they'll remember it like precisely. And then some people learn just by doing. And there are colleges and universities that specialize in those, in different ways of teaching, but I didn't go to those. So I always found myself incredibly just bored. So I went to school the first time for psychology, and I wanted to specialize in child psychology. And then I found out you had to be in school for like ever to get your own practice, to get a doctorate. And then I went to school for interior design, and I remember like the day of orientation when you had to like get your package and figure out where your classes are and meet your classmates and teachers and stuff like that. Like the day of orientation, I was like, I never wanted to be an interior designer. Like, what am I doing? It was almost like I was like sleep the whole process, and then I woke up during orientation. I was like, what? Where am I? What's going on? I did go to school. Like, I followed through it, and then after the first semester, I was like, nah, bored. And then the third time I went to college, it wasn't really like university college. It was like college. I don't know. It was for real estate. And I was really excited about showing people houses and making money, but like I wasn't excited about learning about acreages and land, and like there's like a lot of little details you have to know to get your real estate license. Like the inches that the socket has to be off the floor, how high a countertop should be, like, and then interior design, like you had to learn like what is the correct distance from a couch to a table. And interior design isn't as simple as you think, because you do have to actually learn a lot of architecture. Like we had to learn how to make blueprints. That's not the, I don't think that's the correct name, but you have to learn how to draw the architecture drawings, the drafts, and those are, you have to be so precise with those. My art history class in that college, that school, was actually pretty fun. But yeah, so I went to school 3 times, and I dropped out 3 times because I always was incredibly bored, and I didn't want to do it, and I just like realized like this wasn't what I wanted to do with my life. It was not my passion. I wasted my time. I wasted money. So I just like, I left. And the reason why I did particularly go to interior design school, because I was kind of just trying to please my grandma. And she did pass away while I was still in school, so part of me is like happy that I was in school at the time, because that was like the last bit of news that I gave her, and she was like so happy that I was back in college. So, you know, maybe that was the purpose of that, you know. Yeah, so I don't regret it. I gave it a try. I gave it a really good try, but I don't regret it. The only reason why I regret it a bit, just a dash, is because if I got any type of degree, then it will be easier for me to teach English overseas. Not that I even want to teach English overseas, but it would be nice just to have that in your back pocket, just to be like, oh, if anything happens, I can just do that. So it would be nice just to have it as an option. I mean, you can get a TOEFL, but a lot of places do require you to have a college degree, but any degree. Some places don't, but a lot of places do. That would be the only reason, but like for the most part, no, I don't regret it. Do I regret going to college? No, I am very happy that I gave it a try. Like, I think if I didn't go to college, I would regret not going to college. I would regret never giving it a try, never seeing how it is, because then I would always be wondering like, what if I just went to college? Maybe I would have liked it. Maybe I should have stayed in college. Maybe my life would have been better. Like, I would have always been wondering. So I'm glad I did it, because now I have no regrets, because I tried it, I did it, I gave it a good try. I went back 3 times, and it was just like, this is just not for me. And I'm not trying to like ruin the sanctity of higher learning. I do know for sure that, especially in like developing in third world countries, are people who are just in lower income families or lower income neighborhoods, immigrants, stuff like that. Like, a lot of for a lot of them, education is like the only way out, and I totally respect that. So I'm not trying to ruin the sanctity of higher learning, and I'm not telling people that, oh my god, college is shit. But I do firmly believe that college is not meant for everybody, and you don't necessarily have to get a college degree for every sort of aspect of every area you want to go in your life. Like, especially if you want to be an artist or an entrepreneur. Yes, getting a business course, going to a business course is really smart, and taking some finance and stuff like that. But I don't necessarily think you have to go through all of college. Like, and just for certain things, I feel like if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, or architect, things like that, yeah, definitely go to school. And if you're going to school purely for just the learning of it, that's also admirable. And I think it's admirable for anybody to go to college, because like, nowadays you have to pretty much get a master's to compete, and at some point it's going to be a doctorate. So for people to dedicate themselves that long, like, you know, hats off to you. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, college is stupid. I think it's still admirable to go to school. For some people, that is the only option for them. And I think for the people who do finish it on top, especially, like, congratulations. But I just don't think it's for everybody, and I don't necessarily think it's necessary to be happy and to have a happy, successful, prosperous life. In some aspects it is, in some aspects it's not. So if like you're learning, like if you're younger and you're watching this, probably not, but like I remember back in LA when I was selling my merchandise, because back in LA I had my own business and I sold my own accessories and jewelry and some clothing, and some tween girls came up to me, like 3 or 4 of them. They were like from 11 to 13 years old, and they were buying some of my stuff, and they're like, oh my god, this is so cool, like, oh my gosh. And they were like, did you go to school for fashion? Like, is this what you went to college for? And I was like, no, I'm self-taught. And they were like, really? Like, oh my gosh, like, that's so cool. And they were like, wait, we need some advice, because we don't think we should have to go to college. We don't think college is important. And being that you started your own business and you're self-taught, do you really think that it's important to go to college? And first of all, I was flattered that they even asked me. And second of all, I was a little frightened, because their parent was like, just over there, and she was just giving me this look like, be careful what you say. But I said to them what I actually believed, and I was like, yeah, I do. I think everyone should at least try college one time, because you don't want to look back and go, well, maybe if I would have went to college, maybe I would have enjoyed it. I mean, some people are really mature and wise for their age, and they just know that it's not for them, and that's fine. But I was like, go to college. Like, it's not going to hurt you to go for a semester or for a year or 2 years. Just go. And I was like, not just for the academia of it all, just to, you know, college is supposed to be the first step to adulthood, into exploring life, and to really figuring out what it is that you want, who you are, what do you want to do, what do you believe in, what really makes you happy. And college can be the first step into figuring that out. You know, like, I went to college for the first time for psychology, and through that I learned that I don't want to be a psychologist. So you can figure out what you do want and you don't want, and you might go to college, fall in love with it, figure out there's something that you are in love with and you want to learn more, and you might stay, and you might go to college and realize, like, this is awesome, but this is just not for me, and you can walk away knowing you gave it a chance. So just the experience of that and meeting new people, because, and I told them this, like, a lot of times when you're younger, you grow up in your little bubble that your parents and your community and your school sort of created for you. And when you go to college, that's the first time you get to burst out of that bubble, and you get to meet people that you never would have met before, and have conversations that you would have never had before. So for that alone, I think college is you know, really good. I think the only thing that I would say will replace that is honestly traveling. I think traveling can be a replacement for that type of college experience. But that's what I told him. So I do think there's, you know, I think everyone should at least give it, not everyone, but I think it's worthwhile of giving it at least a try. Do I necessarily think everybody has to, like, stay forever and get, you know, go into debt and get degrees and stuff like that to be happy? No. Would I ever go back to college again? I don't think I would go back to college again to get a degree. Never say never. But if I do see myself going back to school, but if I did, I would go to like an accelerated class. You know, like one of those classes that you take a semester of a topic that in within just 2 weeks. Like, if you wanted to go to school for photography, usually that course would take a semester or so to finish, but you take that course within 2 weeks because it's hours long and every single day. If that makes any sense? Like, it's an accelerated course. So if I did go back to college or back to school, I wouldn't go particularly to get a degree. I would just go just to learn something in particular. And that's one of the things that I cannot stand about college, is that you want to learn this thing and then they make you go through all these other classes that is kind of irrelevant to the thing that you're trying to learn. The fourth time, I actually tried to go to college, back to school for the fourth time, and I wanted to go back because I wanted to learn how to work with metal, because one of my, I guess again, my part of my business was making jewelry, and I wanted to learn how to work with metal and weld and stuff like that. And they had a course at the Santa Monica Community College, but to be eligible for that course, you had to take all these other classes that had nothing to do with welding or jewelry making, like English and writing and all this stuff. And I was just like, I just want to learn how to weld. Like, I just want to learn how to work with metal. And so that's why if I went back to college, I would just go to a particular course, and it would be just purely, I want to learn to advance myself as a person and to advance my own personal business. But for a degree, I don't necessarily think so. So yeah. And I'm kind of glad I did, because if I didn't, the way things are going now, if I stayed in college, I might be a brainwashed radical leftist SJW, and I'm glad I'm not. If you've been watching what's going on lately, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I just feel like, especially if you're going into anything humanitarian or the humanities or humanitarians area, like gender studies and all this shit, like all these barista degrees, like, save your money, in my opinion. Unless you're just going for the pure knowledge of it all. I have an up and down opinion when it comes to higher education. Sometimes I think they just spitting out mindless robots that can just repeat what they learn, but haven't actually learned how to think for themselves. They haven't learned any critical thinking or any nuance to their thinking. You know, when my freshman year in college, like, I basically had a teacher that says all white people are evil and black people who straighten their hair are modern slaves. Bias training, and just like weird, like, it was a literature class. So I have like a very like up and down idea of like university, because for the most part, I know that especially for people who come from really rough backgrounds, education is the only key for them, and that's the only way out. And I again admire people who do it. The other part of me is just like, I just feel like, you know, but anyway, that is my video. Sorry for the short little rant at the end. So the short answer is no, I don't regret it. I really don't regret it. I am not saying education is not needed. It's definitely needed in some areas. I don't want a surgeon working on me talking about, yeah, I learned this to YouTube. Anyway, I'm done. If you want to know more about what I think about the education system, you can go to my, oh yeah, that's my update. I know that some people came to this channel and found this channel because of my free talk videos. And there are people who really love my controversial videos that I make, but I'm no longer going to be making those videos on this channel. I'm going to keep making free talk videos just like the one you see today, but my more controversial videos are going to be on my new channel that I'm just starting. The link will be below. So if you came to my channel because of my free talk video that I made, if that's why you found me and you love talking about controversial stuff and you want to see my, hear my point of view and have an open conversation and open discussion, follow the link below and go subscribe to my second channel. So, yay, second channel. I opened the second channel, honestly, because I felt stifled by this channel. Because, not stifled like I don't like this channel. I love this channel. This is my main channel and I'm not going anywhere. And this is my main focus. But I felt like there was a limited amount of things I can say. And I'm a talker. So I like to say a lot and I have an opinion for everything, just like everybody. And I just felt like there were limits of what I can say on this channel. And I know this is my channel and I can do whatever I want, but I just felt like there was a limit. And if you know what's been going on YouTube now with the ad, I like the ad with the adpocalypse, and now they're actually just sort of just black holing channels that they deem controversial, but only leaning in one direction. Basically, if you're a lefty, fine. If you're a centrist or a libertarian or a classical liberal or a righty, then you get black boxed. You basically get put into a black hole where it's hard to find you. They're demonetizing a lot of videos, again, only leaning in one direction. And so I don't want this to happen to this channel. I want this channel to stay good and on a good side of YouTube and happy, and I still want to be able to get sponsors on this channel as it grows and stuff like that. And this is my main brand. This is what I want to grow with. So that's why I'm not going to talk about like really controversial issues on this channel. I'm going to talk about it on my second channel. I'll still have free talks, and all my story times will be on this channel, and all my travel videos will be on this channel, but my free talk controversial videos will be on my second channel. So yeah, so just click on the link below and go subscribe. Yeah. Do I regret being a college dropout? And no, I don't really regret it. Like, I don't. Like, my life is good and fine and dandy, but again, I'm not saying don't go to college. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's other paths in life you can take. Anyway, so that's it. That's the end of my video. I thought it was going to be shorter than it is, but you know how I am. I am very long-winded, and yeah, that's why you love me. If you have any comments of your own about like whether you think college is very, very vital and everybody should go to college, or anybody who drops out is a fucking loser, let me know. Put in a comment in the comment section below if you agree with me, or if you don't agree with me but you see where I'm coming from, or whatever comments or questions that you have for me or anybody else. Put it in a comment in the comment section below. If you like this video, please like it and share it. If you want to continue to follow me on this crazy beautiful game called life, please subscribe, and if you subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications when I do upload. And thank you from Live, Love, Life, and Travel.
By my friends, my family. No one said you can, no one said you want to.